So the sun in the second house is what we were talking about. So genius with money or resources. So this is like a great position for somebody who's in the financial side of like Warren Buffett. You know, like he doesn't have. That's not the sun. I don't know what he has in the second house, but that's just an example of like a second house person. The confidence will grow when you have more money. So second house is the house of self-worth. So, and self-worth is tied to the money that you hold. So the more money you have, the more self-confidence you have. This is 100% true, and this is from somebody who doesn't even care about money. Like, you know, like I don't even care about money, but like I remember one time when I was like trying to get over somebody, the only thing that made me stop caring about the person and get really focused on myself, which led to like my confidence, was like when I started studying the stock market and like bitcoins and stuff like that. And whenever my bitcoin money would grow, I'd be like, I feel so good about myself. I can't describe it. It was like such a quick turnaround too, because you know how it goes up and down. Well, it's like I felt the energy of the second house or whatever going up and down, like my confidence going up and down and stuff. So think about that. You can shine with your voice or with your speech, especially because you have this is the sun, right? Yeah. Well, you have Mercury there too, so that's like the speech and everything. You could be a dentist for the teeth. Brad Pitt has the sun in the second house. You have a mission to create luxury of material wealth, and you have a special gift here. Wherever you have the sun is where you want recognition, like you want the attention here and stuff. So maybe you like, and you're meant to have it over here. So that's like where the hottest energy of everything is over there, you know? It's like what you care about a lot. Because you're like the king there, you know? So of course the king is going to get recognized there, right? So how can you get this? You can get it through your face, your voice, resources, like you might show off all your possessions. Also the sun here makes somebody like really generous. They might like spicy foods because second house is what we eat and the sun is spicy, and they might have a golden glow to their face, but usually that's somebody who has sun in the first house, but it could be with somebody who has sun in the second house also. You can invest money in gold or make money autonomously. If you're not another, you know how I was talking about having more money saved can increase your confidence, and then like fixing the relationship stuff, if you have any, like could increase the confidence. A remedy, I don't know if it works and stuff, but like a remedy, like in case you don't have money and you want to bring in more money, would be to keep and if you have the sun in the second house, to keep a gold wallet in your purse, and that would generate the sun's energy or whatever. I don't know if that's true, but that's a remedy. I think I've tried some of the remedies before, but I don't know if I did it right. But yeah, that will increase your resources. So second house is also connected to museums, because museums, the storage of like old things, it's like old heritage and stuff too, by the way. So it's like Tauruses, they're so family oriented, they like know all about their heritage, so that energy comes into the second house too. So history, like a lot of people don't know that, but history is ruled by the second house. Makeup, so because it rules beauty, so whenever you see those Instagram girls that are like, this is I'm 100% sure they have a sun in the second house or something. Second house is also the second husband, so if you have the sun here, it would be like somebody who's really strong-willed, maybe a drama queen, super confident. They might burn you with what they say because it's the sun. Mercury in the second house, which is the one that I would like pay the most attention to. This is so Mercury is what you speak and what you write about. So you might want to write about second house things. You might become a blogger about gardening, or blogger about finances, or like it's just like also like what you're like thinking about a lot. So it's like you might always be thinking about money. I don't know this side too, so I don't know if this is true, but like I'm giving you all the information because I'm teaching you everything about the second house. So like some of the stuff that I'm saying, it doesn't have anything to do with you specifically, but it might have something to do with you later on in life if you're going through a transit in your second house. Like, these are things like you might be watching out for that like maybe you would dismiss before, or like maybe you have so much going on in your life that you might just dismiss it, you know. But like for me, like sometimes like I'll have planets going through my second house and I'm like, no, this is, and I don't like thinking about money, but when I have planets here, I know the energy is going to be supportive. Like, I know I'm going to find the right information. So like I will try to like kind of, people will be talking about money. Like, I have a planet right now going through my second house. I don't remember which one. And a friend hit me up who's a financial advisor, who's what do I have? Let's see. Who's a financial advisor, and she wanted to look through my portfolio. I'm like, I have to do it almost because it's like I have a planet there and everything, but it's like also this forced me to put time aside to like read some financial stuff, because I know I'm gonna have to like know what I'm talking about if I'm gonna have this conversation. But it has the potential, like whenever the universe is giving energy to something, it's like I feel like there's like a purpose to it. So I try to like respect it, even though I might not like want to, and then something good always comes out of it, or like I just understand that this is the time to focus on it. So even if some of the stuff that I'm saying isn't like making that much sense to you specifically, it might make sense to like something that's going on in your life or whatever in another time, not right now. But okay, so Mercury is thinking, information, and the second house is the storage of history. So this is why like this is a good spot for like comedians to have Mercury in the second house, because they can like recall information like really fast. So they're like really witty and everything. They can be bloggers about food and money, and they can be managers or organizers, because Mercury is a sign of the manager, like organizes ideas and stuff. The two signs that Mercury rules is Gemini and Virgo. Gemini takes all the data that you can think of or whatever. Virgo like separates it, throws out the bad stuff, and only keeps the good stuff, and then organizes it, you know, the way that it's supposed to be. So this is like a manager thing to do. Like if I say Neptune, right? So the energy would never be a manager, because it's like, oh, everything's fine. Like, what matters if we like put a here or there and everything? And it's like more about feelings. And Jupiter is like the opposite of Mercury, because Jupiter likes to think big. They're like, I'm not gonna like organize a drawer. Like, like they look at like the bigger picture and stuff. So it's like Mercury is like getting into the details of things. It's like organizing people, making things work and stuff. That's like the Virgo in you. But so they can be organizers of resources with finances, or like this is like a great placement for accountants. They can use the administrative skills that of their mind, like in resources. They can take good logs. Example, like if we're like doing inventory, like you might just be like really naturally good at it. You can take you can describe. They might love to communicate about history, I don't know, or family lineage, I don't know. Someone who talks about like the old folk ways, because see, this is like the family heritage, right? So Mercury is like talking about, and second house is like the family heritage, the folklores and everything. Like my cousin's a Taurus, so this energy is there with her, right? And she'll talk about back in the day, and I'm like, she's our age, but she like talks about like all these like old like cultural stuff, and I'm like, I don't care. But like I see it in like Tauruses all the time. Like they're very rooted. They're like a very like a stable, stern sign. Someone who talks a lot about the folk ways, reading and writing about the old ways, thinks and talks about money and acquisition, family lineage. Their family lineage can be people who did crafts, or like who use the skills of the hands, who are like storytellers. They can be singers and songwriters. Like I said, Elvis had this position. Ellen DeGeneres had it. So Mercury in the second house, like witty, being able to recall facts quickly. How the voice sounds. So anybody who has Mercury in the second house, this is you, totally. It's like very articulate and very clear. With the sun there, they're very loud and boisterous. And this is also you. It's like you know, like you have like that personality or whatever, where it's like the opposite of this would be like Kathy, like where she's like quiet and everything, but it's like the sun is domineering, so you have that domineering voice. Mercury, you speak very articulately, you speak very well, and it's like shown in your chart. So yeah, Sun has loud big voice, great for they have the skills to manage money. Mercury skills, second house is managing money. They can collect books. Mercury is books. Second house is to collect and to store. It talks about like the foods you eat, the kinds of foods you like. So Mercury rules vegetables. So you might like eating vegetables, but you'll have to tell me if that's true or not. You have Venus here also, so that would mean you would like luxurious foods or whatever, or have a sweet tooth. The second marriage could be somebody who's younger and very clever, or who's like a journalist and stuff. Venus. So Venus loves being here because this is second house is like the Taurus house. Who rules Taurus? Venus. Venus is like so home and comfortable, even if it's like not in a sign that it likes. So Virgo, it doesn't like that sign, but it, because it's in the second house, it like still does really well there. So anything that's negated by that is like basically anything negated by that Venus in Virgo is like is canceled because of this. Next video.